Good evening, and welcome to Total Party Recap, TPK Roleplay's new content recap and talk show. My name is Tyrant, and I am one of 3 hosts for this show. Joining me are Turk and Heck, your second and third hosts, from now into perpetuity, and a very special guest, Nifer. For all of our first-time viewers and listeners, let's go around the table and introduce ourselves real quick, starting with Turk.
Hey everybody, I am Turk. I am a DM and player over at TPK and general malfeasance over on the Discord. So really excited to talk to you again about another fantastic week of TPK goodness. Throw it over to Sir Heck.
All right. Hello again, lovelies. It's me, Sir Heckalot. Like Turk said, it's been another great week. Maybe not as active as the 2 weeks of Halloween that we had, but still some awesome stuff. So buckle in.
And hi, I'm Nifer. I'm totally new here and I only know a little bit of what's going on, so this is going to go great.
I don't think any of us know what's really going on. She'll be
No, we're just doing our best.
We're doing it live.
It's fine. We're totally professional, guys.
And once again, I am Tyrant, a GM, staff member, and host for TPK Roleplay. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Dr. Tyrant. Real quick, let's do a little background on TPR. This show was designed with the busy viewer in mind. We understand that not everyone has the time to consume all of TPK's content, what with all the 7 and 8 hour shows that we put out there. So we were hoping this show will be an answer to that need. We will be recapping and talking about each stream and event that happens at TPK every Sunday at 5 p.m. PST and 8 p.m. EST. Tonight will be the first normal run of our show, where we will be recapping only 1 week of content. Our first episode, which you can find on TPK Roleplay's YouTube channel, covered TPK's 14 Days of Halloween event. This episode specifically will be covering November 2nd to November 8th. If you have any questions during the episode that you might want answered about some of the content, or just have something that you'd like for us to talk about, feel free to say so in chat, and we will do our very best to incorporate that into our discussions. All right. Now that we have all the formalities out of the way, how about we dive into tonight's episode? How's everyone doing?
We're chilling, still covering.
This
This has been a week. Yes.
In a month, in 7 days.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Oh my
goodness for TPK. Because oh my goodness.
Yeah, we've had highs and lows and very highs and everything in between this week. So, oh man, it's good to have everything over, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we're all here. We all made it.
Yes.
We made it.
Which is what counts when you get down to it, right?
Yeah. Surprisingly, the apocalypse has not happened. The inevitable heat death of the universe is not upon us, and angels and demons are not crawling over the landscape of the earth, looking to eat our souls. So
I wasn't aware that was a possibility. Thank you for making me freak out now about that.
well,
Thanks.
Don't worry, there is still time.
Well, okay. Hey, so speaking of creepy crawlies and everything in between, our first episode tonight.
That's not entirely unfair. Our first episode we'll be recapping was Tuesday's episode. Are you okay?
Nope, I'm not. Just continue.
Thanks for asking.
It's gonna be okay.
Ignore the man behind the curtain, please.
Okay.
Are you choking or?
Listen, genuine concern.
I literally just almost did a spit take at my own joke. So.
Oh, okay.
Did you? Okay, you told the joke.
Mm-hmm.
Went to go take a sip of water.
And then thought about it.
And then thought about your own joke.
And you got yourself. You.
It's been a week.
It has been a week. That is fair.
That's just going to be the tagline of this show. Like, Total Party Recap. It's been a week.
It's been a week.
We like to have fun here, and fun is the only option. So.
Listen, once we can say, bitch, bye to 2020, we'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay.
Amen.
Maybe then we won't say it's been a week.
Amen to that. It's been a year, is what it's been.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
Let's try this again.
We were talking about something. I can't.
We were talking about like maybe what we're trying to make this show about. So yeah, we had session or episode 8 of our Tomb of Annihilation campaign, Beyond the Undergrowth, and yeah, it was pretty very lore heavy. We learned a lot about just kind of what's going on with the death curse and all of that. They met a Naga that seemed pretty cool, but only somewhat helpful. They found out they were almost had by a hag, which was terrifying. But the coolest part of that was probably a voiceover section that I don't know if Tony did. I don't think he's in the chat either, but there was this fantastic voiceover section of like talking about a prophecy. Like a spell was cast, and it was fantastic. Definitely check it out if you haven't, because it was so cool. I listened to the entire thing so intently. They also got like probably my favorite part of the campaign here is the offering of charms. So party got their charms. Super cool. So yeah, definitely look at each one that they got because it was really awesome.
Mhm.
There was also a hell of a bad table chosen for this session. So I forget who. I think it might have been Luca. I think Luca gave a bad and a good table. She wanted Nicole to sing again, so that was $5. And then the bad table. So it went to Johan, Nervarudo's character. And essentially every time he tried to talk, he had to make an intelligence save. And if he failed it, he had to perform a very discursive monologue about anything. Like he had to roll a d10 to see what the monologue was about. He couldn't even choose. And Tony posted that in the chat, and it just looked like, you know how at the end of prescription drug commercials they talk about like all the side effects, and it's just like this giant list. That's honestly what it like reminded me of for some reason. So it was fantastic. Please check it out. Nervarudo he did such a good job. He definitely upped his performance for that, because I don't know how I would have just started talking about the life cycle of cherubs or something like that. Like, it was incredible. He did a fantastic job. Hats off. We also had another performance by Cole's Druid singing to some plants. It was absolutely incredible. I don't know if we want to show the clip now, but that is what we clipped this week.
I feel like we need to show the clip now.
Okay, go for it.
I feel like we need to roll that footage.
Play that clip.
Play
that clip.
It's not going to freeze this time. So thank you, Cole, both for singing and for helping us figure this out.
He's going to sing out to the plants, and he's going to say, "Do you hear the people singing the song of angry men? It is the music of a people who will not be slaves again. When the beating of your heart echoes the beating of the drums." And he's going to reach out to the plants and try to have them silence Johan and wrap around his mouth.
Excuse me.
It's always a special moment at TPK when we force Cole to do things, whether it be putting on the makeup again or, singing just a fucking lovely song.
It was so good.
I have questions. First, can someone tell me what that was a parody of?
That's not a parody. That's just straight up Les Mis.
That's just Les Mis. Yeah, he hasn't changed anything.
Oh, okay. Well, my second one is a statement. Cole, copyright, man. Come on. No, I think it's incredible that we, as a community, have been churning out players and cast members who are becoming more and more comfortable with this kind of thing. If you haven't seen, if you weren't here for last week's TPR, we had multiple musical numbers, which I don't don't think we have time to play the clips unless Turk has them ready to go.
Do you just have them? Please, no.
I could go back up and get them, but
We'll figure it out.
Wait, you know what?
It's okay.
After what about after? Our
Hey, you know
intermission?
what? Stick around for after break.
Oh, God.
We'll get them
and
prepped.
Go and grab your fuzziest hoodie, put it on, and we'll play those
Join
videos
us.
for you. But no, the first instance of our incredible fearless leader Cole Robbie singing on stream was something to live for.
Very good. Now, I am going to speak this idea into existence just because I want this to happen.
Oh God.
Okay, the next thing I want Tell to sing is I knew you were trouble when you walked in.
Yes.
I need him to do that. Okay. Someone make that happen because I want that to happen.
Purely to the chagrin of DMF Saint, I would like Cole to sing a Katy Perry song.
Ooh.
Yes.
And if you're in the chat right now, please clip what I just said and send it to DMF Saint. I want 20.
And then
20
suggest
messages
which
to
Katy
him.
Perry song.
Tell
Yep.
Saint.
Mhm.
I want him to know it was me.
Yep.
What would be the best one?
No, Tell is not anti Katy Perry, Cole. You're anti Katy Perry.
Gotcha.
Tell loves Katy Perry.
I
No.
shall go home.
But
Kesha or go home.
I mean, Tell
Kesha?
singing TikTok might be pretty good too.
Tell talk.
Tell Talk.
Tell Talk.
Tell Talks. TED Talks.
so
rocks.
yeah,
Talks?
The hot pot.
after all that
Hot Pockets.
madness with monologues and all of that, definitely catch TOA and 2 weeks now because it's not coming this week, for the party to have an audience with a goblin queen of some kind. It sounds very interesting, so definitely check it out.
I didn't know I was going to be in the next episode.
Surprise.
You know, it's gonna be very fun watching that campaign come to a fruition. Them defeating whatever magical entity lies at the at the end of Tomb of Annihilation. Packing up their stuff, defeating the big bad, and going home. Unfortunately, for our next episode, we're going to talk about. No one's going home.
I don't.
Ever.
I believe in this next group. All right, I'm gonna come right out right before I start this quick recap here and let them know that I believe this group will succeed. They have.
Hotel California, baby. Hotel
I'm
California.
gonna back it up. We have a new show here at TBK, but not a new show. We have brought on some excellent people from another excellent channel.
Last HP hero.
Yes, Last HP Hero is here to is guiding and brought all his players and wonderful people with him back to their new home at TPK, and we are so glad to have them here because this was fun. How do you even start with this group? Actually, well, thankfully enough,
We
you
have a
guys-
baby.
you
That's how
started.
you need to start.
Oh,
You
God.
have a baby.
There's a baby.
There was a baby. There's also a loot boot.
Yes.
Very important. There's just
For all of you just tuning in right now, I'm so sorry that this makes absolutely no sense so far.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Curse of Strahd, run by Last HP, played by our new group of characters. They, of course, kick it off with the episode after Halloween by still being in costume, showing us all up over here. Like, all right, I see there is zero chill over on your side, just bringing all the heat.
Mhm.
Add on to that, I don't even really have to summarize. I just need to tell you to go watch it because we have an excellent summary to kick us off, and everyone introduces their characters and gives you a right vibe into it. So while I heartily encourage you to go watch all their previous episodes and get caught up in the adventure yourself, you can just jump right in here with TPK. And then after they did all that, they still played an excellent game of D&D. they still put on a whole damn show after explaining why they were so damn good. This episode, oh god, I'm not gonna pretend to understand everything that occurred because I've kept myself so strawed out of the know. But you know, when a group of people, almost half of which is composed of children, arrive on your doorstep, I don't, you know, the way you guys approach scenarios is unique. It is entertaining. It is impressive. To say nothing of the things they put in the boot. Thank you for that. And you know, there was a lot of really heartfelt moments here as well, especially towards the end. As you know, I won't say exactly what happened, but there's some, you know, intercharacter grinding. I mean, all I'm gonna say is you guys should watch it. We are very lucky to have one of the players here with us, so we can completely berate her with questions about
Yay!
them with questions about like everything and all things this campaign. It is a delight, and they have the way they run their game is really awesome, and I think we can just kind of dive right into that. Some extra special things happen that I think we could all take a page from at TBK.
I would like to state for the record, though, it is not half children, okay? There's only 3 children. There are 6 adults and 2 dogs, and also a couple of robots. Okay, it's not half children.
All right.
The
Okay, so
menagerie.
you say there are 6 adults.
There are 6 adults.
Does Soul count in that?
Yes. Soul is a warforged, but we're counting him as an adult.
I have a clip
Question.
that might say otherwise.
Oh.
He's adult sized.
I'm gonna play the clip and then we can come back. Oh,
Okay.
Your Honor, I'd like to submit this evidence to the court.
Okay.
Play
why
that
is
clip.
this? Why is this spaced so weirdly? I don't have time for questions.
I don't know if are any of us good at charisma
Yes.
today. Oh, okay. Okay, we have one. We have our robots. Our baby robot will go around talking to everybody. How old are you? 2 now? 2.5?
You're like 2 weeks.
Well, like, but he was like, he exists as a warforged before then.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I grew up in the church.
Yep.
Congrats, we have a very charismatic toddler.
So, why don't you tell me again how many adults there are in this party?
There are 5 adults mostly.
Oh no.
There's like 4.5 adults, and it's like 3 people's first adventure away from their family, so they're mostly still adults.
Mostly.
Yep. We have some adults. There's an adult, I think.
There's okay, as long as there's someone for when someone shouts out, "I need an adult."
Listen,
Okay.
as long as there's one chaperone for Barovia,
I
I
would say
think-
that the one chaperone in the group is my character, who's literally like 19 and is the only
Uh-oh.
one that's smart enough to be like, hey guys, maybe don't start fights when you're half a mile away from the rest of the party.
oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, so obviously we're very impressed by what has gone on so far. Now that your show has joined the TPK family, what are some key things?
We have a baby.
Okay.
You have a
Yeah, we
baby,
have
So you
Tyrant.
have
Yes.
a baby. You
Moving
have a
past
baby.
that.
Yes,
Just
yes.
like that's just the most important thing.
Right. What do you think would be the narrative beats that you would probably tell someone if they are interested in watching the show besides there being a baby?
So the narrative beats for us, we all have a ton. Like that's one thing that I really love about Last HP Hero is he's like, hey, I'm gonna just put all the references to your backstory in and you're just gonna have to deal with the drama. And so we all kind of are just coming at this with like, okay, I have my agenda and this is great. And then here's 4 other people that now I have to get along with. And he lets us do that really well. So like we've gotten to develop personalities really well and have moments like the episode that we moved over was episode 11. And so for episodes 9 and 10, we just ended in just puddles of angst of like, you're doing something that's insane and we don't agree with you, but we're stuck with you. And then this last episode was just like, okay, we're finally to the point where we actually understand each other as like characters. And so it's like, okay, we're gonna support each other now because we do that. And there's a lot of like found family dynamics and stuff, and it's great.
That's awesome.
It's been really nice because Curse of Strahd obviously has a lot of like highly problematic elements of like racism and tropes and stuff like that. And we've very intentionally rewritten tons of things and put things in. Like my character is a Vistani because we wanted to give a new perspective of it, of okay, here's a good representative of it. And so she's essentially like on Rumspringa, basically, where she just has to go out into the world and experience it for a little bit before she goes back and becomes a Vistani again. And so she's just like, if I can't be by my actual family, I'm just going to force this entire group into being my family now. And so it's been a lot of that. She's trying to be like, let's work together. Let's support each other. You're good at this. Please help them. Stop running away from each other.
All shall love each other in despair.
Splitting the party? Nah.
Splitting the party over like 800 feet happened 2 episodes in a row.
You'd think they would understand, but
learning the hard way, maybe, but twice. I don't know.
Needs to be some fear.
Twice in a row.
So
it's fine. None of us died.
At this point in the campaign, have you met the devil?
Yes, we have, and it was really bad because he showed up on a nightmare, which is a horse with like flaming hair. And my character is a fire genasi who has flaming hair. And so my instinct was like, I have a pony that matches me. And then it's like, oh, that's a bad guy.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
Shouldn't get excited about that.
Yeah, that's a hell, because your character, if I recall correctly, and I think I do, because I did. Again,
you did just watch the clip?
I did rewatch the clip.
Yes.
You are a fire genasi who has not ever seen another fire genasi, and is convinced they are a tiefling.
Yes.
So, does your character think the nightmare?
I don't think I'm related to the horse.
Okay, I'm just.
No. This isn't Avatar, okay?
I'm just like, is this a moment where you're like, oh, fiery hair, like
we must be related?
Yeah, well, maybe I'm like that. Maybe I'm from the place that thing's from.
Yes, maybe I'm a horse. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yes. definitely crossed my mind.
Yeah, there will be a fiery bird that she thinks she's related to too.
By that logic, she would be related to the fire giant.
Am I related to this bonfire on the ground?
I'm just gonna. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna put my whole foot in my mouth here real quick. It's alright. Just watched it.
Oh, it's okay.
No. I just think that your character concept is really interesting to get into. Especially, I feel like adventuring parties in general are just a menagerie of everything that is not, human, like straight plain human. Because like everyone's like, okay, I can play a human, or the interesting things. And being in a situation where you're like, am I the only one of my kind? That's, I feel like, really cool.
Our halfling player actually had a realization when we all dressed up for Halloween, because we have a Goliath and we have a Warforged and we have a Tabaxi and we have a Fire Genasi, and she's a halfling. And so she just kind of looked and she's like, I'm the only one that didn't have to paint my face for Halloween. Oh no, I'm the normal one here.
I can 100% relate to that. I wasn't
a little
horns or anything.
Just a little side comment from chat. Al the Biffer, thank you so much for watching. Al, how are you doing? Said Fire Genasi Centaur and Tasha's, I heard. So
just last HP, can I change my character at this point?
I'm just saying, maybe there's a moment of growth for your character.
Okay, fine, you're right.
That's
I
totally
could be related
the
to a
information
horse.
I had.
Just a little validation for you, Turk. But no, I actually wanted to ask.
Wrong.
Nifer, with the modifications that HP and you all have made to the campaign, specifically with kind of tampering down some of the more problematic content, and there's a lot of problematic content in Curse of Strahd. How does it still feel like a horror campaign? Do those elements still shine in, or how do you?
Well, Clowns in Funland wasn't the only show with clowns this week, so yeah, it's still pretty up there. We're currently going through some creepy guards who enforce happiness, and so now we all have to tell jokes so that everyone smiles and just. Oh yeah, we made a joke about that just being played on like carnival speakers over the entire area.
Yeah, the bad quality speakers. They're just like, this does not make me feel good.
It's like in a minor key, like.
You're like as the ice cream truck passes you by and that warbling effect takes over.
Don't eat the food in Barovia.
Don't eat the food in Barovia.
It's very safe. I don't know what you all talking about.
Turk, I think we really need to talk about, like, are you sure that you're not related to any certain Barovians? You're being real defensive of Barovia here.
Turk.
I'd like to speak to my lawyer.
Turkey.
I'd like to speak to my
Eastern
lawyer.
Europe. Transylvania.
What?
It's a conspiracy.
Hey.
Oh my
Guest
God.
star.
Look,
We haven't had any guest stars on our campaign. I think it's about time.
I mean, you have the entirety of the TPK cast. I'm sure
Very true.
anyone on TPK would love to jump in anytime. It's literally just tell Last HP to start asking around. Throw a like as I've always said, throw a rock message, hey, who wants to play with me, into the TPK Discord, and people will fight over it. Like the soldiers that sprung from the Hydra's teeth.
Speaking of guest starring, HP in chat, I'm speaking to you in GM lingo right now, so that no one understands us. If you need any ominous VO work for the spooky voices in AT, I got you.
I don't know what that meant, but it sounds very exciting.
Dude's out here shooting a shot is what's happening.
He knows.
I support it.
He knows.
Look, that's how we ended up here. Is we were just like, what if we just talk to people and see if we can hang out with them more? And now we can every week.
Exactly.
Every other week
is mandatory.
and happiness is enforced. I got told to smile more and that I looked prettier when I smiled, and I legitimately almost hit the camera.
Oh,
I was actually mad.
When did that happen?
That might have been in the session before this.
Oh,
we've
I don't think it was this one.
I was very mad.
Valaki is a bad place.
Valaki's a bad place. Maybe this is the bad place.
It's all the bad place.
Speaking of handling bad things that happen to you, you guys do something very cool at the end of your sessions. You want to go into that?
Yeah, we do. I am very, very proud of Last HP. I've said that a lot. But we very intentionally, when we started this, it was a lot of like him and I talking about like, wouldn't it be great if we could do this? And what if we could show what a good tabletop experience looks like? And that's not just like editing for content that's problematic. And it's not just like, oh, well, we stay in character and we don't metagame. It's also, we're people first and then we're players. And so we decided we're going to publicize our after show, like talk back and taking care of each other. So we have like 15 minutes, usually turns to like half an hour of on stream. What did you like? What didn't go so well? What are you trying to go for in character? Dane does like this whole spiel of like comments, questions, concerns, conundrums. I don't remember all of the words, but he just spiels it off every time and it's amazing. And so we just get to like bring up like, hey, we had an incident where actually I had to like pull an X card in like session 8. And I was like, hey, this isn't okay with me. We need to stop and we need to readjust. And so after the game, it's like, hey, that scene changed because somebody pulled an X, and then we got to talk about, like, I didn't feel safe because I said I don't want kids to be tortured. I don't want to see that, and I don't want to feel helpless about not being able to help. And so it's like, okay, well, what can we do to restore that relationship? So it was really good to take care of each other that way, and for everyone watching to be like, oh, mistakes happen, and you're allowed to say, hey, I messed up, but what can I do to fix it? And that's what we did. And hey, we're still very happily playing because we handled it.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're just really big fans of taking care of people first.
Yeah, along the same vein as that, I really appreciate that you guys do that. You use the X code. Do you use the yellow red system? Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
You know, one of our other DMs, DMF Saint, has advertised that, and I think that's an incredible system for in the moment. At TPK, we try as best as we can to promote our safety and consent in gaming checklist. And so before every campaign, typically it's more of an informal basis with one shots. But before every campaign, the DM or GM should send out this checklist of things that may happen during the campaign. And then the player can go through and say, hey, you know, I'm totally fine with this. Would rather not have this on screen or talked about. And this is a hard no for the campaign. And they send it back and then compile it. And that's kind of how a little behind the scenes of what we try to do to keep everyone safe and enjoying the game here at TPK. So I totally understand and appreciate your guys' consideration for that. And, you know, it is difficult for a GM sometimes to take a step back and say, okay, so this is the genre I'm trying to go for. These are the typical genre tropes. But, you know, our players, you got to keep our players in mind, and even some of the viewers might not want to see this content. And so it's definitely something to think about and to get in the mindset of continuously trying to improve yourself as a GM and as a player. And I love that you guys are doing that. HP says, we are playing a game and have fun together. And if someone isn't having fun, then we all aren't having fun together. So
Yeah,
I think that's a
100%.
great mindset.
People first, then players.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you get a good game.
Absolutely.
So I do have one question just kind of about the end game stuff, because there, at least during this session, there was a little bit of character to character conflict, especially over, you know,
A
the safety
little?
of the kids in the group. And, you know,
Just
just
you
a little,
miss
just
it.
a tiny
You
bit.
blink and you miss it.
Yeah, it's just I thought it was approached very well, especially towards the end, just having heart to heart between characters. And it's just like, how did you feel about how all of that went? Do you think it was like handled as well between characters, or?
Yeah, so first of all, our angstiest character was missing for the night. He had to go take care of some other things. And so most of like the angst leading up to this has been he's like, I'm doing this thing, and we're all like, you can't do that thing. And then the thing goes really well for him. He's like, told ya. And we're like, no. And so there's been that. And so all of us are just trying to rein in each other. And then now I guess my character is kind of picking up from that of like, well, if he can do what he wants, then I'm doing what I want. And if he gets a baby, I get 2 babies. So I have a little like 4-year-old boy and a little 6-year-old boy that have been coming along with me now. And I think that our GM had to write an entire side arc about fixing an orphanage just so that we had a safe place to leave the children, maybe? Yeah. And so it's been really good of like, well, what would my character do? She would be like, well, we tried to drop the children off here and then it was terrible. And then we tried to drop the children off here and it's terrible. So I'm just not going to drop them off. And then Corndog's character was like, hey, we can't keep you safe if you're dealing with the kids. And I was like, I'm keeping you all safe. And then I was like, oh, but if you don't trust me, then I can't take care of you. Okay, I see it now. And so it was very much just how to approach it in a perspective that we could understand and actually hear. And it was really, really good because they tried at the beginning of the episode and I was like, stop talking to me, everyone. I'm going to ignore you all. And then it just got to be resolved at the end a little better. I don't know.
That's
It's
cool.
just really good talking in character
It
sometimes.
was.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, it was a really good moment.
I think it's really easy to forget as players, like you're not just your stats, you're
Yeah.
a person, and you're coming in with all these problems, and maybe you have to address another character like a person and not like an NPC where you can roll dice and be like, ah, yes, that
Yeah.
works now.
Yeah, it's like, well, if enough of us agree that you should leave the children behind, then you're going to leave the children behind. I was like, no, no, it's not. It's not going to happen. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I really love seeing character progression and those good, wholesome. Wholesome, maybe. Maybe
Definitely
Towards the
wholesome.
end.
Like,
Yeah.
all of us just kind of had the scene where it's like, okay, I understand you now, and I will do what you need to feel safe with my actions.
Yeah.
And then all of us were like, that felt good. Like, okay,
it's that
we're in a
moment,
team.
that moment of the party finally, finding their stride. And
Yeah.
that's really cool.
Yeah, part of the after talk was like, so we've had the whole buildup of we're angsty, we don't get along, we're still getting to know each other. And then this, I think, was finally the first, we could be a team realization.
Right.
And now it's going to be like, okay, now we're going to work towards good teamwork and communication and not running half a mile away from your one support.
Yep. Uh-huh.
I'm not bitter.
You can go off. You can go off on this show. Don't worry.
Yeah, they can't stop you.
They can't. Yeah, you can say things 3 times.
Half
as much
of
as you
them aren't
want.
in chat right now. No. I love you.
Hey, it's here at TPR. Fun is the only option. So if they have
Is
a
this
problem,
Valaki?
if they have a problem with the truth being told, then they have to like it.
Look, I was just accused of being a vampire, and fun is mandatory. It might as well be
It's-
Valaki.
All right, I guess.
All right. I haven't seen any questions come in chat. So I think now is probably a pretty good time for us to go to intermission. In chat, 2 things I wanna bring up. First, you can type your questions in chat. You can, at one of us, and we'll see it.
I'm just reading it all, so like,
Yeah.
just talk.
Yeah. So if you have a question or you have something that you want us to talk about, think about that during the intermission. I think we're going to take 5 to 10-ish minutes, depending on what we do. So stick around. Also, Heck, since it was her idea, Heck, would you like to talk about our new reward?
Yes, I would. So this dawned on me today, guys, within a couple hours from this second right now. So we have a new channel point redeem. If you look at the little redeems down at the bottom of chat, that says, tell us how is it worded? Let's see. It's a TPR, decide how we recap. So that just means that you can dictate in kind of an improv way the way in which that we approach a topic or something. Like let's take my TOA recap, for example. If you wanted me to let's say read the recap or do the recap in the voice of a news anchor, you could do that. If you want Turk to talk about something in song form, you can do that. Within reason, just tell us who you want it to be for and what you want them to do, and that's about it. It's 8K points, but use them wisely.
We did get a question, and I know they had sent too soon, but I do need to ask. Nifer, how long do you think you could?
Yes.
Really insightful.
Yes.
This is the kind of
Yeah.
content we're here for.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah, corn dog. If you wanna type that up and send it to us after intermission, I think we can probably accommodate your question. But until then, we're gonna take a short break. Everyone, stick around, and we'll be back.
Would I ever hit play and not have you know, like I did just now?
What?
Oh no!
Oh
Hey,
no!
everybody.
How dare he?
I
How
swear.
dare!
We've been
We are-
bamboozled.
We are the best.
Welcome back to TPR.
No.
Uproar in Chicago. This evening.
It's hood season.
Real quick, before we get back to our regularly scheduled program, Corn Dog McGraw in chat asks, how long does Nifer think Bright would have kept the children around before deciding they were less safe with us? We were less safe while protecting them. And was Bright concerned Irina would give them to Strahd / the Hags?
Forever, Bright would just be like, I'm gonna take care of them. The thing is, Bright is an artificer who just builds robots and just constantly builds things to help her friends. Like, she is 100% a support class. She's done like 1 damage ever, and that was just throwing a vial of alchemist's fire at a twig blight, and it was great. Catapult plus fire things. Pro tip. Anyways, but so she is just like, I would just build another homunculus to take care of the kids so that we're not ever concerned and we can just go fight. Like, it was not a problem to her. She was raised in the Vistani where it's like, you take care of the kids. Like, everyone chips in to everyone. It takes a village, etc. And so she would just be like, I'll take care of them. And I'm just never going to let them out of my sight, because that's what happened with the last baby, who maybe went missing for a couple of episodes because we left the baby with an NPC. Oops. And we're never going to make the mistake again, so it's fine.
Awesome.
Always watch your babies. Never give them 10 PCs. Life
Yes.
lessons with Curse of Strahd.
Good.
The evil NPCs. Evil NPCs.
Not
Never
debatable.
trust an NPC.
Never trust an NPC. Unless they're a baby. Then adopt them immediately.
Hey, Turk.
That's just giving
Hey, what's
HP.
up? I'm sorry.
Heck.
That's just giving your DM a bunch of fuel to make an evil baby NPC is all I'm saying.
I'd be down with that. Literally, my backup character is a 6-year-old warlock who doesn't know like how to set limits, so they just cast everything at the highest level and then need a nap.
Say 6-year-old warlock.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Actual child warlock. It makes exact thematic sense. I work with preschoolers, okay? That's
Yep.
exactly what they do. They just go
Perfect.
full throttle and then just crash.
You know,
That's what a warlock is.
for all of our
Fight
listeners, who don't know anything about Curse of Strahd, and for all of our listeners who know everything about Curse of Strahd, I can imagine that everything we're talking about with this campaign may be a little confusing.
Yeah, I have talked about like literally nothing about Strahd or Barovia. It's all like, so here's how you take care of an NPC baby. Like,
Oh my lord.
it's a unique
Children
experience.
in TTRPGs in general are like,
Yeah.
oh, children in Barovia are like, whoa. Hard no. Evil babies. Hard no, corn dog. I agree. Turk.
I don't know, but J.K. Madigan says done making a whole evil nursery now. So I think we have both sides of the spectrum
That's
there.
what we've come to expect from JK.
Yeah, JK, we
I'm with
understand.
Is executed well. Yeah.
Yeah, we
I'm
understand.
with JK.
Mhm. Turk.
Tyrant.
I believe you have some clips to show us.
Some examples of the extreme goodness of TBK sings.
Oh
Yes.
boy.
Yes.
I have a few. I have 2.
You have a few?
I have 2.
We get to experience this. This is good.
Okay. So you have a couple.
I have a pair.
Good.
They were very
Oh, a
important,
couple.
and we got to
Two.
show them off last time, but I'm always glad to bring them again. In fact, I might favorite these, keep them as little bookmarks,
Oh yeah.
because they are special, to me at least.
Proper.
Put 'em-
Don't worry. The radio voice is coming.
The radio voices are on the
For the
way.
recap.
But right now we need to show.
Just, just put it in the Streamlabs announcements so that these videos get posted every game.
There we go.
Yeah.
In case you didn't know what kind of clips we're gonna show, it's these clips. Anyway, so heck, I'm gonna throw this question to you. Do you want to be the first clip or the last clip?
Whatever you want to do. There's only two.
First clip
It
it
doesn't
is.
matter.
It's-
Oh my god.
It matters to me. Dang it.
Okay.
Let us
Okay.
harken back to Harper's finale.
Remember
part
when we
2.
were terrified and then Sir Heck rolls in and pulls this?
Okay, it's up to me now. Alrighty. She is going to see all this madness happening from her. Just look like, yeah, just everybody kind of around and just say, "You must be out of your goddamn mind if you think I don't have a plan to bring us back from the brink. We're meddling in the middle of a magic metal mess, a game of chess where I'm the only queen you see. You release the beast. This town is now a casket. Would you like to speak with that nasket? Don't bother. It couldn't be clearer. You're gonna die because you drew nearer. And I'm going to 8th level mass cure wounds everybody within the area."
What's the total max?
The rest is just Tyrant asking about logistical questions. But if everyone from the water deep could put your hands up in the air and follow me. Oh my god, that was so good.
Listen. We love it. We love you, Heck.
I am very glad you guys appreciate it.
You love to see it.
Just don't mind
Always
me,
happy.
yeah, while I retract into my hoodie just a little bit more. It's fine.
That's why we have hoods.
Yeah.
This is why we have hoods, because the content and
I have
last
a
part,
unicorn
I think we
hood.
are.
Real.
It is the best hood.
Look at
it is.
it's a
Up to the
unicorn.
game for everyone in the future. to have
Yeah,
a
I need
hood cape.
now. I need more hoods. I don't know where more.
Are you
more-
just gonna wear like 4 hoods at
Where
once?
is where are my
Headwear.
hoods at?
Hold on.
This is-
Hold on.
Okay. We're just all gonna have copious amounts of hoods. It's fine.
Let's add more hood. Always. You know what I think the show needs? More hoods.
More hoods.
More hood.
There's a fever and the only
Well, I do
cure
have
is more hoods.
the actual. Okay. I just had this behind me. I actually do have the actual beanie that I was wearing during that
I
clip.
have like 6
So
beanies
yeah,
within
we're just
reach.
gonna hold on.
Okay,
Hold
we're
on.
all double layering hats.
Oh,
Here we
yeah.
go.
Double layer.
Oh
boy.
yeah.
Wow. This is a look right here.
Hmm.
Oh no.
That's some 8 Mile look right there. Yeah. That's like straight
Yikes.
out the movie.
Okay.
All right.
You know, wearing this much headwear and just harkens back to like my childhood where I would wrap up in clothes and
You would hope so.
you know, wearing the hoods and you know, when I was a young boy, I loved the snow. When Cole Robbie was a young boy, what happened, Turk?
It's a beautiful transition. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
that
I
segue.
should have
Oh
just
my
gone
God.
right into it, but like,
Because the first one was a cantrip.
Yep.
And he says, "When I was a young boy, my father took me into the jungle to see some gorillas. He said, 'Son, when you grow up, would you be the savior of the broken, the beaten, and the damned?'" And you guys see a spirit call forth, and it trots over.
so suffice to say, Kohlrabi is no stranger to laying down a song or two, and the fact that he's trying to be out here non-committal and all that, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I say tune in next time
Listen,
and see what
yeah.
happens.
Tell Teo's album when. Like we need it. Please.
And
Corndog says I saw this live and there's a wine stain on my blanket from the spit.
same.
Amazing.
Same. No, but seriously, if you look, if you scroll down in Twitch, and you look at some of our reaction board donation rewards, you'll see you'll see a reward for the deck of TPK things. So it's something that I had all of the GMs make their own cards for. And if you really, really, really want more singing, there is a specific card in that deck that coincides with Osir X Franco's The Bard's Refrain. And if you pay for that and they pull that card for a certain amount of time, the rest of that session will be a musical of some sort. So
I want to do that so bad.
Same. Although
So
you don't have to pay me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, seriously.
One of our Curse of Strahd intros, we all actually got to sing a musical song, and it was great. We got inspiration.
That would be awesome. You know, I just before we move on, and I personally, Curse of Strahd is like a guilty pleasure for me. I guess that says a lot about me.
Yeah,
as a
I think
person.
that says a lot.
But
There's
just
a lot to unpack there, but we don't have time
yeah,
for that.
you know what? We don't
There's a
have
lot to
time
unpack,
to.
but we're just
take
gonna
that
throw out the
box
whole
and put it
suitcase.
over here. Yeah.
Yeah,
We're not
if you'd
gonna
like to
address
know if you'd like to know about my obsession with the Curse of Strahd, you could always ask at the end of the episode, I suppose,
We will.
or at me on Twitter. But I love it. In the book, it actually says this campaign is going to be extremely harrowing and depressing to your players. So you need to make sure that there are moments of comedic relief and bright spots within the campaign. And it like lists things you can do to make your players happier.
Aww,
That's wholesome.
that is
Well,
so sweet.
yeah, you think it's wholesome, and then you read the rest of the book.
I'm aware, but that's still wholesome. Okay.
Oh, you just
Let-
crawled
let
over
me
the
just have
glass?
this.
Here's a
But they're
Band-Aid.
trying.
Oh goodness. So moving on to
Who's
our
gonna
next-
do it?
our next piece of content.
It's someone's
Um,
turn.
Proper. This is for you. Last time on Roundhouse Godswallow, they were teleported to an alternate timeline. Maybe. The disheveled Agent Crossbuck is nowhere to be found. They infiltrated a desolate roundhouse base. They found a random key. They had to enter a random code, which wasn't so random because it was 666-2020. They had a hand scanner to get into the base as well. Really locked up tight. And it is Godswallow. One word. Hand scanner, which had their handprints. None of them had given their handprints, so that was kind of weird. They found a ham radio, none of which worked. And then Saint, their magnificent DM, revealed to them that this is their new headquarters for fighting monsters, which is desolate and full of a lot of mysteries. So they were instructed to search the place. They were told they could level up the headquarters, which is really cool mechanic that Saint pulled out of the strongholds and
Strongholds and followers?
strongholds,
Oh my God,
strongholds and
part.
followers.
Good.
Then they got to halftime. They went to investigate the town of it, meeting someone special who the clip is about. They found out that one of the characters cuts hair. All of the people in the town had bowl cuts. And it turns out that there was a hive mind type scenario going on. So, without giving away too much more, the special person they met was Sheila Kowalski.
She
Who-
is a treasure.
If you don't know who Sheila Kowalski is,
You need
you're
treasure.
about to find out. Play that clip, Sonny.
Oh, no, I almost don't want to.
Let's go over to Brad in the hair salon, nail salon, hair salon, talking to
hair salon.
Jason Kowalski's mom, Sheila Kowalski, as she
Sorry, just the absurdity.
as she sits in the receptionist chair at the front, and ding ding goes in. She's like filing her nails, like, oh my god, hi. How are you, Brad?
Mrs. K. I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. Your mom was really worried about you. You shouldn't give her such a scale like that.
Yeah, I know. She's the one that sent me here. She said I need a haircut. Can you hook me up?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and have a seat. I'm not really busy at all anyway.
Treasure.
Oi.
Must protect.
Yes, nothing
Love
bad
it.
can happen to Sheila. Okay.
Just too good.
Nothing.
Too pure.
I will stop it.
And if you don't know what Godswallow is, Godswallow is Roundhouse Godswallow, all one word except for Roundhouse. And
Nope, you said it. It's canon.
you know what?
Roundhouse
It is.
Godswallow.
Roundhouse
All one
Godswallow.
word.
No, it
All
hasn't
of-
been
all
said
of them.
3 times.
Dang it.
Roundhouse Godswallow. Roundhouse Godswallow. Roundhouse Godswallow. I said it. Ha-ha.
There we
One
go.
word.
Now we're back on track. It is a sister campaign of Roundhouse Whitebridge, which airs on TPK's channel. Godswallow airs on Nat 20, which is run by DMF Saint and crew. And so they're a shared world, partially shared cast, shared GM, and it's a really cool Monster of the Week campaign that I am a part of, Sarah X Franco is a part of, and many other incredible people. Last HP is a part of. I feel like I would have to say everyone's names now, and I feel bad for not. But anyway, it's really cool. I personally love Monster of the Week as a system. Growing up on D&D, it's very different. It's a lot less rules based, and I really enjoy it. And it allows for stuff like what you just saw, because Chum, who was the respondee to Saint there, basically made up Sheila Kowalski on the spot. And then Saint had to, play that out. And it's very much all like that. Pretty much anything the player says, it can be canon in the game. And so it's very hijinksy. And the system itself is super cool.
I would be a nightmare and a menace in that game.
or just a true gem. Honestly, like if you're really good at role playing and you love improv, Monster of the Week and this kind of campaign is probably right up your alley. It's right up mine. So yeah, that's Godswallow. I feel like I didn't have a lot prepared for that, but the radio announcer voice kind of threw me off. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, if you're good at improv,
You did it.
It is always good to.
Yeah, knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, did great.
You did great,
Sonny.
kid. Capital.
I don't know why I
Top
kind of
job.
sound like
Top
Skeletor.
Yeah.
I'll get you, He-Man.
He-Man. Curse you, He-Man. You and your roundhouse Godswallow.
Oh no.
I'll get you. I'll
Mr.
find
Rolling
your
so
secret
fast.
upgraded hideout.
What have we done?
I am interested to see what he does with the Strongholds of Followers rules, because a lot of the
Yeah.
upgrades are so closely tied to D&D classes. So there is going to be a lot of, obviously it's Saints, so I have full confidence.
Right.
But like the conversion of upgrades to a hideout are usually very class based. So you have like the Warlock's Thane, the Sorcerer's, Place of Power, the Wizard's Tower, the Fighter's Castle, the Bard's
Mosh pit.
Boduello or something. Yeah, basically the entertainment room
Rave.
that they can add on to anything, because of course
Yeah.
it's a bard. Like
And he
Real
definitely
life.
he said that it was a combination of multiple systems
yeah.
there, but I think even in Monster of the Week, there's a system where you can have a customizable hideout.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of different systems that have used hideouts, and they're really cool.
Yeah.
They let you like have a med station and stuff for patching yourself up, and that's always necessary.
Exactly. No, I'm super excited to see where that goes, because obviously, like, if you've ever played a RPG where you can upgrade your hideout or do stuff like that, video game or in real life, that's the stuff that I'd live for. So I'm very excited to see where that goes. And I'm excited to see where he goes with Whitebridge.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you sure your interest isn't a little bit selfish because you have your own game of this coming up?
Haha. We'll see. So kind of spoilery, not spoilery. At the end of the first episode of each, some weird time stuff happened, and we are currently not where we are supposed to be. We don't know exactly anything other than that, but it seems like things are a little off. Like I said, kind of like a alternate dimension type thing. I'm not, again, this is me not knowing what I'm talking about, because I don't have the insight there yet. So who knows? Maybe Whitebridge will get their hideout, and if that's the case, then Philip, my character, is going to just nerd out. So that'll be really cool. But yeah, I part of me really enjoyed hearing about the kind of derelict hideout and all the cobwebs and seeing all of the players go in and looking into it and seeing that there was no danger. If only the derelict location that I visited on Friday had no danger to it, right? Because there was plenty of danger with all the fucking clowns.
Oh boy!
Always a fan of. We're a big fan of clowns here at TPK.
Yep.
We love throwing in adventures.
We love
listen,
shooting them.
Listen, I'm not afraid of clowns. What I am afraid of are killer clowns. Okay. So when a clown rides up to you on a unicycle and starts throwing knives at you, I was not okay with that. I was like, hell no. Turk. Oh, okay. I thought you were frozen.
Oh, no. I just do a very still face when looking at chat. I just kind of freeze because, again, I'm not a vampire.
I believe you.
That's good. That's what I want you to do.
But no, of course, what we are talking about right now is Clowns of Funland, which was created and written by David Dudka, I believe. Dudka? Is that correct? If I am wrong, many people will punch me in the face, and that is okay. But David did an incredible job running his own one-shot and had a just amazing cast. And it was me, Luca Locke, Osir X Franco, and Proper Nerdy. We got together, and David gave us backgrounds that we could look at, and I was able to play a private investigator that I modeled very loosely off of Han Solo, which was really cool. And the hijinks, there's not a ton of times where the primary source of the hijinks comes from the GM. But that is definitely what happened. If you watched the one shot, you know about Kyle, and you know that we don't like Kyle.
Kyle.
We hate Kyle.
Heckin' Kyle.
Heckin' Kyle.
Fuck Kyle. But no, it was a lot of fun. It was really interesting because it ramped up very quickly. We like walked into Funland, and immediately saw graffiti that was very disturbing. Walked in to, investigated a little bit, and immediately found a clown, and from there it just spiraled.
Yeah, the pacing, it seriously, even to watch, was just like that. It just went 0 to 100 so fast.
Yeah.
I had to watch it later.
It was fantastic.
I had to watch it later, and I was like, this escalated to clowns so quickly. And everyone was like, just wait. And then I'm like, I have 3 hours of clowns left. How is this going to go? It went, y'all.
Yeah, it went. And if you didn't see it, it was 4 hours long, which is relatively pretty good for our content. It's like very middle time. It was managed very well. I would recommend going and watching it, especially if you are a horror fan.
Watch it in broad daylight.
Yeah, watch it, and relish in the revelries. It was really, really cool having David GM it for us, because he was the writer, he could provide so much more information for us, and he had everything down to a T. And when it came to those big story moments where he had to, introduce something or describe a scene, man, it was just spectacular. And we actually have one of those moments for you right now.
It's time to show you just how much fun Funland has to offer. Oh, and don't worry, I haven't forgotten the very special VIP visiting us today, or should I say 2 VIPs. The revelries of Pan are waiting for you both. And the speaker cuts out, and a low hum fills the air, and you guys are still running, but the entire power to the park is restored, starting with Twisty's roller coaster. You can see the cars start to move and sweep down the kamikaze drop. The Ferris wheel actually starts to turn, and Funland comes alive with flashing lights, animatronics, carnival music. It's kind of like all that kind of things in the distance, as the park is to some extent, the decayed and abandoned demeanor kind of slips away, and you almost feel like you're back. But
I mean, getting in the moment, me in the moment, I was like, geez, so good. And you can probably see me turn off screen because I was typing. I was typing in chat. Someone clip this, please.
Yeah. I was just like, got you. Sir Heg, fastest clipper in the West.
Yeah.
Over here.
No, but just incredible job by David. I can't wait for him to GM more sessions, because he has so much content that he has put on Drive-Thru RPG and many of the other GM's Guild or DM's Guild, and some other places that he's done an incredible job of. And if you after you watch this, if you want to see more stuff on TPK that he has written, go back and watch The Mad Manor of Astabar, which was a 2 or 3 part Harper's Investigations mini episode there. Just incredible work. His pacing was phenomenal, and that was his first stream ever, first time DMing on stream ever, and first stream ever.
Know that is crazy.
So yeah, amazing. Man. And can't wait for him to come back and do more.
Yeah,
we get to keep him.
Yes, we do. Like, oh my
He's
god, his
our
accent. I love his accent so much. Okay,
Yeah.
like,
Mm.
listen, that was very unrelated. Not even like what I wanted to say at first. Like, that's the thing with descriptions like that. You know, not even only like hearing the music or seeing the lights. Like, I feel like when descriptions are that good, like it automatically makes your mind just start like thinking of other things adding to the scene. Like, at least for me, you know, I was listening to that and I was like smelling carnival food. I could like feel like the actual like dirt of the fairgrounds under my feet. Like I was imagining all of it. It was just so immersive, and it's just, yeah, I commend him for that because it is absolutely incredible. Like that, it was so cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so good, so good. And the system itself was really cool too. The system, I believe he created as well.
I was gonna say the system.
Yes.
Saw character sheets beforehand. It's a D100 system of some kind. I was looking at them like, okay, there's percentages. I get that. Like I've done Call of Cthulhu, but like this is all very cool. Watching it happen as well.
Yeah, and it was very
say 45 damage. You should be worried, but like, oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it was very fun to play. It was really easy to learn. Essentially, how it works is you have a certain amount of percentage points that you can allot to different skills, and the base chance that you'll typically have for any action or move is a 50-50 chance, and based off of your skills, you can increase that chance. And then you want to roll under that roll, and that's essentially the entire system. And it was super easy to get into and super fun. Like, I don't know why this happens to me, but every character that I ever create has to do massive amounts of damage.
Yeah.
You know what? That's what happens when you give a private investigator a shotgun, you know? So
everybody needs a tanky boy. It's okay.
Everybody needs a tanky boy.
Get him.
Yep. So yeah,
that was very cool.
Funland was fun. TPR stamp of approval. Right
yes.
There.
Oh, do we have those now? Oh, okay.
We should get stamps.
Oh my god, can that be a part of like the merch? Like actually have like.
That'd be so cool.
You know what? Look at this. Stamp. We'll fix it in post. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Cole,
Deal.
add it in.
Oh
right
no,
there.
Cole! I'm sorry.
Little TPR.
What have I done?
Logo. He'll get it.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any questions in chat about Funland yet. But if you guys have any questions, like yeah, like or,
and
about the episode at this point, like yeah, just any of the things that we covered, or
Chris, if you want
I guess unrelated stuff. I mean, I don't know, just whatever. Give us some questions.
No, if you have any questions from any of the things we've talked about tonight, or you have any questions in general for any of us, feel free to ask away. We are probably going to just talk about a few things after the fact, and then we'll get to your questions, and then we will say goodbye, unfortunately. But things coming up.
Corndog has asked what's scarier than clowns.
Ooh.
Oh God.
See, it's bad because I don't know my answer, but I'm pretty sure I know Tyrant's answer.
Terrible.
The thing that is scarier than clowns, Corndog, is giraffes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Giraffes are scarier than clowns.
Again, there's a lot to unpack, but we're just gonna
tuck that in the corner and not think about it.
And if you want to know why they're scarier than clowns,
okay, let's unpack it.
Yeah, here we go.
We're pulling it out.
You can go back and you can watch Murder at the Old Wolf Inn.
What
okay.
was this a like temporary light fear, and then I snuck a little scene in, and now it's a real thing for you? Okay.
No.
It was before. I just want to make sure I'm not responsible for any trauma.
Corndog, I'm going to ban you if you use that again. If you put that in chat again, I'm going to use my power.
No.
Be nice. Be nice. Corndog is new.
No, but seriously, like
it just got here.
Giraffes.
Yeah.
I have a thing against giraffes. if you want the explanation, go watch Murder at the Old Within. You'll see me get scared by a giraffe. You'll see me get scared by ghosts in my apartment. And proper. And you'll hear my reasoning of why giraffes are so terrifying. All in Murder at the Old Within. Speaking of which, the sequel to Murder at the Old Within.
That's that follow up. Yeah, tomorrow, which is my most scarier thing, the clowns, is that I have to DM tomorrow. No, but yeah, tomorrow we have we've taken the group from Murder at the Old Within, and almost all of them are bringing those wonderful characters. I won't say investigators, but characters. And we are bringing that into another Arcane Library adventure. This time, a bit less murder mystery, a bit more Call of Cthulhu, called What Happened to Evie Ashford.
Ooh.
It is going to be spooky. I had to quickly jump back to the consent thing. I had to check that some people weren't arachnophobic, and that's the only hint they are getting. Because, I mean, of course the clues are there, but if I've learned anything, it is that this group is not the ones to do that.
I don't like spiders.
It's okay. It's
Oops.
not really a spider.
Okay.
Oh. I don't know if that's better or worse.
Yes.
We'll see. So Proper asked, what did we all think of Luca's secret reveal in Clowns of Funland? I can tell you, I thought it was powerful as hell. Without, it's a secret reveal. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Go watch it. But it was really cool. And, as players, the prep beforehand, we all knew that she had a secret background. But I think a lot of us were like, she's the killer. She's definitely the killer. Or she's like got some messed up past that, is going to come to light or something like that. No. It was very much not the secret we were anticipating. And she played it so well. You could feel the emotion. And David cut to break right after that. And at break, we just, oh my God. It was crazy.
It just opened up to like really interesting role-playing moments between each of the characters after that too. There was just there was definitely a shift in dynamic, which I really liked. And I see chat in the corner here just talking about chickens. They hate chickens apparently, and I find that really funny.
You see, some people are saying they don't like chickens, and then Tony Steffens is defending chickens on multiple levels. I know that he thinks chickens are mean. So I don't understand.
I mean, they can be mean without being scary.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's fair. Yeah, I'd say he's defending his chickens.
To answer your question proper, yes, we are supposed to recap.
We recapped that there was a secret that they should watch.
It's total point recap. We do what we want.
We recap exactly what we want to recap. And the rest is up to you.
Get us a stamp and then we'll
don't matter.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
No recaps till stamps.
Wax seal.
Oh my God.
See, I brought chaos.
We're going TPR strike. Yes.
Riot? Oh no.
Who takes TPR on strike?
We aren't getting off the air till we get our stamps.
Oh my God.
No secrets, no stamps. No secrets, no stamps.
Oh no.
What's happening Tuesday? Does anyone want to take that out? Because we were gonna do. It sounded like we were doing what's up next this week.
Wait.
I don't know anything. Oh wait, I know a lot of things. I don't know what's happening this week though. I don't know what's happening this week.
Tuesday.
What's happening Tuesday? It's tacos.
It's the end.
It's the final episode of Harper's Investigations Season 1.
Aside from some like holiday post shenanigans content.
Yeah.
It is the final episode of Harper's Investigations Season 1. and then there might be some holiday things.
I like holiday specials.
I'm not ready.
There's a lot. I mean, obviously, all the shows are great, and you come in to, I don't know how to say that we know what's going to happen is the bad part. I think everyone has to come in with a plan for we have one thing we need to do, and then the rest of the episode's just riding off into the sunset, as Lucas said. And there's always a degree of difficulty saying goodbye to a character. I mean, most often for me, that's because the campaign fell apart and they're not going to work in anything else, which stinks. This is a new problem I have not encountered before. What happens when the campaign ends and you did the thing and you had all the moments that were to be had, and now you gotta just figure out what happens next? There's it. This is why books just have the audacity to end on a period, and we gotta ... that out as best we can and keep it rolling. And
That's a nice way to put it, though.
it is. I'm excited, of course, because I want everyone to have their happily ever after moment. It's just, you want it to keep going, You don't want the adventures and the fun to stop. And everyone there has put in such wonderful work. All the characters are lovely. But I know in my heart of hearts it is not the end. To go back to an earlier analogy, it's not a period, it's a comma. Or a semicolon, I guess. But it's going to make the way for some excellent new things to come. And
Season 2.
Season 2. Yeah, Tony has a point. You never say, if you never say goodbye, then you're not really gone. They're just not there right now.
It's just a see you later.
I thought that would be a more powerful thing. That just made me sad, Tony. Why you gotta do that?
Yeah. I'm not ready for all the sendaways. It's going to be a very emotionally charged moment.
Get your tissues, everyone.
I'm
going to have tissues, though.
Yeah, we're all gonna.
We're all just gonna cry. We're already crying.
I'm not gonna wear glasses because
You'll wear the mask
My
and then
face is
you're
already
they're gonna fog up. It's gonna be. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say, coming into it as a new person, it's been really sweet to watch how attached you are to this, and to see you all just kind of having to go through that process, from a oh, I'm so new, that could be me one day perspective. And just I'm so sorry for all of you, but also I'm very excited for you to get to have that you made it this far, because a lot of campaigns don't. So it's really, really cool. And you're all really, really cool, and now I'm emotional too.
We're all just in our feels. It'd be real feels hours now.
It'd be real feels
True
hours.
degenerate hours. I love this.
I'm not saying tune in next week to watch us all cry again.
But yeah, that's what we're saying.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be crying. It's just gonna be.
We're just gonna cry. It's just gonna be 2 hours
of
us just crying.
Soon. Tears. Intermission.
Bye.
More tears. And we have to get the intermission in because
Oh yeah, that's true.
We gotta refill on tissue.
You gotta hydrate in between the crying.
So before we move on to the rest of next week's content, I'm going to say it now, so that no one can say no to me. I'm going to not ask for permission, and I'm going to say sorry instead. We will be having a Harper's Investigations Season 1 total party recap for the entire campaign. Information on that will be coming out soon. Twitter, Discord, on the website, blah, blah, blah. Probably won't be this coming up week because we have just a ridiculous amount of content this coming up week. maybe the week after, but I'm not entirely sure. So keep an eye out on the horizon for that, and prepare your questions because we will be.
Lots of questions,
no
and hopefully we'll
secrets,
have our webpage up by then. Maybe we'll see.
Secrets abound. Secrets abound. Yeah.
Anyway, there are other things happening besides crying and tears. And
What else is happening, Turk?
Oh, we're crying about everything.
Well,
what's on Thursday?
Are we skipping Wednesday?
Wait,
Yeah, I was gonna say I have the schedule up, and there's just like a lot of things.
Oh, hold on. Wait. Let me get the schedule up as well.
I'm pulling,
oh my goodness!
We know what we're doing, guys.
I'm pulling my weight as the intern. Okay, I have the schedule up.
Yes.
You're on your way on top of this.
I was like, I don't know any of these shows, but gosh darn it, I will know the names of them.
Okay. Singularity on Wednesday. First episode of the new campaign or mini campaign, not entirely sure how long it's going to be, but Singularity is a Mutants and Masterminds campaign GM'd by Fail Prime. So go check that out. I don't have a ton of details on that yet, but Turk.
If you are not familiar, Mutants and Masterminds is a superhero system which fits in very nicely following Fail's Power Rangers Super Sentai inspired campaign, which you can also of course find on our YouTube page, the entire season of that, which wrapped up not a few weeks ago, and he's already plunging in with Mutants and Masterminds. I'm going to go off the top of my head, but we did actually have a Twitter post detailing all of our characters. We have one character who has super speed and some other things that I'm not recalling. We have another character who's able to create hard light constructs, which is very fun. There is one other I'm completely blanking on, and our final character is not aware of their powers at all. So we're going to have to see. I imagine there is, going to be a lot of deep diving, a lot of superhero goodness, if you love that kind of stuff like I do. And we're just going to have to watch and find out. Phil's been kind of keeping that close to the chest, and we're going to have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Moon and Air Magic is the other one.
Yes, thank you.
Just popping up with the research here.
The intern is killing it.
Make that official. Intern.
Yeah, y'all, I just claimed myself as the intern. They did nothing. It's fine. It's just fine.
Oh wow, I see that.
Walked into the office like I work here now.
I work here.
That's fair.
What's up? Look, I walked into chat and y'all didn't know the answer to things, and I did. And I was like, "Look, I'm here with all the info. I'll get you coffee. Call me the intern." Like, I'm here to help.
So, the recap of Harper's investigation season 1 will not be next week, nor the week after that. Looking at the schedule. Which has been updated since I've last looked at it.
Yep.
And, oh my goodness.
Yep. It's not even an entirely full, or entirely accurate for this week. There's one thing that's not on there, but we'll talk about that.
Do we have something on Friday too?
We have a secret.
We have a secret, but we'll get to it.
Okay.
No, secrets, no, stay.
Yeah, so probably expect for that to be early December. Okay. Thursday this week is Roundhouse Whitebridge, which I am a part of, accompanied by Last HP Hero, Proper Nerdy, and Osara X Franco, DM'd by DMF Saint. It is the TPK version of Roundhouse Godswallow, which we covered earlier. We just stepped out of a haunted house that sent us into a different dimension. So we'll see where that takes us.
It sounds vaguely familiar to something else that occurred this week.
I
don't really have a beard like you do, but
I don't.
The scruff is.
Chin. Yeah.
Wait.
Oh
There
yes,
you go,
perfect. Very
yes.
good.
There we go. I have wings on the back of this onesie as well. It's the best. Like,
yes, turn. Yes.
Yes.
It's the
We like
best.
this.
I'm just jealous now.
We'll get you a
what is-
onesie too.
Excuse
It
me.
was like 15 bucks. It's fine.
Excuse you.
Excuse me, you two. What is your
sorry.
secret?
All right, so we've actually been given permission to announce this, so we're just gonna go ahead. Yeah, you thought we were done with Electric Bastion Lands, but lo and behold, we are not, guys. We are doing another Electric Bastion Lands one shot. However, it will be DM'd by not only Chris McDowell, the writer of the system. It is going to be so cool. I am so excited. Tyrant's dying. You okay?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be at 5 MST, I believe. So it's gonna be.
Can I just say?
Yes.
The middle of this month has more planned things than 14 days of Halloween.
Listen, we brought a
'Cause-
lot of good people into this community, and we all just want to do things. Okay.
The dream is
good.
happening. We're filling the schedule.
Yes.
Never
Every day.
stop producing content.
Oh my goodness gracious. Okay.
So stay tuned for that. It's gonna be great.
Oh, what's happening?
That's on.
Oh,
That's on Friday the 13th, y'all.
Yes,
yeah,
it is.
Friday the
We're
13th. It's gonna
descending
be
in- We're
great.
descending into the guts of the city. All of us with a failed career of some kind.
Yep.
There's a lot of weird.
There's some
stuff.
ridiculousness. Yeah, ridiculousness. That's
You
Gonna
wanna-
be a thing.
You want to
Oh,
give a
boy.
hint
Oh,
to what your
no.
character does, or I mean, mine's
Um,
pretty simple in comparison.
I mean, I don't know how I can make it really like not obvious. It's
The
okay.
system. So for those unfamiliar, we have our last game of Electric Bastion Lands was run by J.K. Madigan, and it was kind of adapted into a film based rather it was adapted an adventure based off of a film that he had co-written, and that kind of took the system and we took the parts we wanted out of it and didn't really follow it fully. This one is going to be full Electric Bastion Lands, which means it is a giant. The concept is the city is giant and sprawling. Aliens are here. There is madness. The art alone, you look at this for 5 seconds and you're like, yeah, I get this vibe. I get this kind of dystopian future vibe. And it is going to be everything because all you need to know is we are a group of people brought together because we've incurred some massive debt. We need to descend to the guts of the old city and retrieve a treasure. What that is, what's going to happen, we don't know. But all I know is my character's got a tree branch. They're going to use it.
Yeah.
That's
Oh boy.
That's all anybody knows.
all I know too.
Yep.
That's it. That's the character concept.
I mean,
A stick, and I'm gonna
I
use it.
found a stick. That's it. I'm an adventurer now.
I'm
That's
very
all, that's all you
I'm
really need.
very excited, slightly confused, and can't wait, to be frankly honest. The last Electric Bastion Lands was one of my favorite things ever. So, is it the same cast?
So
no, actually.
um,
Well, a little different.
it's a little different because we will be missing Sarah X Franco this time around because she is in everything else happening this week. So we're giving her a day off, and JK is going to be able to play as a player with the author. Yeah, I agree with
Okay,
JK. You do
okay,
have
yeah,
to
I see
share.
him calling me
You
on
gotta
the
share.
chat. Okay.
Tell them what your character can do.
Okay. So first of all, this character is a failed textile consultant. So just regular Joe Schmo. But as soon as they touch anybody's lips, like their arm or like their leg or whatever, they have the ability just to break one of their bones. That's it.
Ah,
They're called a Dactyliatrix, and I'm like, that was a roll. We rolled for failed careers, so there's just silence. Please start talking.
No, because you're a failed textile worker who can break someone's bones by touch.
Yeah, no, we're gonna let you sit with this one.
I'm a wilderness recluse.
I didn't choose this.
With a stick.
It chose me.
Yeah, he got a stick, and you're like, I can break people's bones.
You know,
how is that the same game? How are you playing the same game?
I'm out here trying to be Crocodile Dundee, and you're out here like some anime villain. You're already dead.
They're already dead. But joke's on you, I rolled really bad for hit points, so yeah.
The question is,
in here, but you know.
Question is, like, what if you accidentally like touch yourself?
Ooh. I mean, like, I think it's like a willed thing. It's not just like a Midas hand, or at least that's how I read it. I could be wrong.
Can you imagine a Midas hand of breaking bones?
No, that's horrible. But I feel like that's a magic item that should exist now.
Also,
I think it shouldn't be.
What if it's like not always like, oh, you break your arm, you break your collarbone? What if it's like you break the bones in your ears, so you go deaf?
Yeah.
Like,
I think the description specifically said limbs, so I'd have to recheck that. But
tis a flesh wound. Speaking of breaking bones, flesh wounds, and murders, join us on Saturday.
Yeah, how about that? Great transition.
Really
I'm so afraid.
For Murder and Coffee.
No, it's not afraid.
Which is our GM talk show, where I believe this week Luca Locke will be joining me as the guest host to talk with Zeke Gonzalez, who makes incredible content, and Luca has used a lot of his content in TPK one-shots and campaigns in the past. And we will be talking about the content creation process, a lot of homebrew, monster, adventure type stuff. So if you're interested in learning more about that side of GMing, just the whole homebrew aspect, come give it a watch. Next month's Murder
Is
and
coffee required?
Yes.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
No, it's not required. It's not required, but it is strongly encouraged.
We don't like that bean juice.
You do have to do one.
Yeah.
You have to do one of the two though.
Okay.
That's fine.
Murder or coffee. Just let you know.
That's fine. That's acceptable.
Yep. And then next
I like my
Sunday.
options.
Next Sunday we're going to be right back here recapping the rest.
Woohoo!
For everyone who wasn't able to watch all that stuff. So, do we have any questions? I haven't been looking.
No.
Just a lot of reactions.
A lot of shock.
Snap a neck.
Yeah. And to be fair, like, Sarah, I think you have the craziest class. I don't know what Dev's playing because he's being real secret about it.
Right? Yeah.
I hope it's worse.
But JK has
Just
shared
get on
in
the
chat-
spectrum.
Yeah. JK has shared in the chat that he's an herbalist who's addicted to drugs that let them talk to walls.
Wait.
You know.
So is JK?
JK's playing.
GM?
No. He's playing in this.
Who's GMing?
The
Chris
writer.
McDowell, the writer.
Chris McDowell. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
that's what I'm saying.
I didn't hear that with my ears. Okay. Wow. Go watch it.
Go watch it.
Holy crap.
Make a dope shit.
Yeah, no, but if you want to know more about the stuff we just told you about, you can find all of our stuff on TPK's website, which I am linking right now. And then also don't forget, we have an incredible community through Discord that you can join. There's no expectations. But if you want to join the TPK family, just in support and fanship, or even as a player or potentially GM in the future, join the Discord and say hi. You know, we're very friendly people. Fun is mandatory, so be sure to bring your fun face. One thing we didn't get a chance to talk about today was all of the offline RP that we do for some of our campaigns, specifically Harvest Investigations. And I know that there might be some offline RP happening in Sherlock, maybe?
I, as someone who is currently in that server and as someone who is playing Sherlock, I cannot confirm or deny what is occurring. Nothing has been shared yet. So if anything is occurring, it is being kept close to chest, which is, of course, the best background RP.
Yes, gotcha. And yes, if you want to see all of the text RP that we do, we post that all on the Patreon, which is now linked in chat. Did I forget anything?
No, we just make
I
dope
think
shit.
so, yeah.
We make dope shit.
And then all the RP comes out at once, and you're on a plane, and you have to read it very quickly. But it's fine.
I have to say, of all the RP drops we've done, that was
intense. Okay.
And then
you got on a plane at a bad time.
I did.
And then
it's fine.
Then you read 27 pages of RP that makes you happy and sad and
a lot of emotion.
Cry, and then you get on 30 minutes later for a 6-hour one shot where you visit the Astral Sea and talk to a mind flayer who is just a chill dude.
He's working on his level 10 spell. Let him be.
That is a typical Tuesday for us at here at TPK.
Sir Heck a lot.
But yeah, I think that's it. Everyone want to go around and just say hi, bye one last time?
All right, yeah, I'll kick us off in that regard. Good night, everybody. My name is Still, and will continue to be Turk until which point I'm finally called out for my hidden vampiric nature, apparently.
Turk von Zarovich. Is that your name?
Uh-oh.
No comment. As we have mentioned, I will be around a lot this week, so you'll be hearing me say this a lot, but I am on Twitter at Turk Accented, and I am on Twitch at Turk with an Accent. Not that I really do anything, but test stream and make sure that this glorious overlay and all the fun stuff works. But who knows? Maybe someday I'll have free time, and it won't happen. But
not with this. Look at the schedule. Not with this. No.
No. But yeah, those are my two places. I am, as always, very glad you could join us tonight. I hope you have a fantastic evening, free of Sunday scaries. And you're ready to face the week, and that you go check out all the cool stuff, because we have made a lot of cool, dope shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. Hey guys. It's me, Sir Heckalot. You know, you can find me at Sir Heckalot on Twitter, on Insta. I haven't really posted anything on Insta. I don't have anything aesthetic enough right now, but maybe in the future. You can find me at Sir Heckalot on the Discord. I also don't really do anything on Twitch, but if you want to like friend me or follow me on here, sure, why not? You can do that. Nothing is stopping you. So yeah, like Turk said, just check out our dope shit, because it's the next 2 weeks. We're gonna be in for it. But yeah, good night, lovelies.
Hi, I'm Nifer. You can find me everywhere at NiferNif on Twitter and Discord and Instagram, I guess, and everything. I talked Boss Man, and I get to share even more secrets with y'all, because you can find me on Darkest Night, Brightest Light, which is our Curse of Strahd game, which is what I talked about this time. That's on not this Wednesday, but the 18th. But after that, guess what? You get me for not 1, not 2, but 3 new games on TPK Roleplay. It's going to be the best. So Thursday the 19th, we're premiering Queen's Gambit with Sir Heck as well. It's going to be the most wholesome Tyranny of Dragons game you've ever seen. And then on Friday the 20th is Cold Hands, Warm Heart, which you might guess is a Frost Maiden game. And you're right. So I get to be in all 3 of those, and it's going to be so fun, and I'm very excited. And I just looked at the new schedule, and it got updated if you go to the link in the Twitch chat. So you should do that so you can see all of our cool graphics. It's very cool. And I'm so excited. That's all.
It is very good. Again, I am Tyrant. You can find me everywhere at Dr. Tyrant. Thank you all so much for coming and watching the show. Again, we love having you here. Everything that we have talked about is on YouTube, which is the one thing that I forgot to post a link to. So if you want to watch the stuff that we talked about, specifically some of the stuff that we didn't necessarily go too far into, which, to some of you, maybe all of it, go watch it if you have time, because it's all incredible content. We have incredible content coming out every day for the next 15 days. So
14 days of October. Halloween, 15
check
days
out.
of Thanksgiving, 16 days of Christmas.
Oh God.
17 of New Year. I don't know how we're gonna fit it in, but it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
Oh my God! Please check out all the
20
other stuff.
If 2020 wasn't lasting long enough, now we have
Never
17
stop.
days of New
We're
Year.
gonna find a
Never
way.
stop.
We'll make the room.
30 days of Valentine's.
Oh yes.
So yeah, we have a lot of stuff coming out. The community keeps growing and growing. We love having new people come to the Discord and hanging out with us. Please come and hang out. And if you're enjoying this, same time every week right here at TPK. If there's nothing else, I think that's the end.
Just big thank you to Nifer for coming on the show, of course.
Absolutely.
Our
Thank you so
very
much.
first guest.
Fantastic. Phenomenal. Yes.
So
it was so
good.
much fun.
Setting a
So good.
hard precedent for everyone else on here. Not only
Upping the hat game and
with
everything.
the hat and everything. It just thank you.
Thank you all. This has been so fun.
It was very good. It was very good.
Right.
So yeah,
Good night.
thank you all for coming out. See you next week.